Hi, my name is Ranjan Mujumdar. Today I am going to start a new session of CSS, Perfectly CSS Theory. At first, a developer should know what is CSS. CSS means Cascading Style Sheet. It describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on screen, paper, or in other media. The full form of CSS theory is Cascading Style Sheet Level Theory. CSS is one of my favorite subjects. Using CSS, a front-end developer can beautify an web page, create a responsive design, make a common web page, which can be suitable for all devices. What is the basic difference between CSS and CSS theory? CSS does not support responsive design. In CSS theory, it supports responsive design. CSS theory used for structuring, styling, and formatting web pages. CSS theory is very fast compared to CSS. CSS theory has good collection of HSL, RGBA, and HSLA. CSS theory can be performed all kinds of animation, 2D and 3D animations. CSS theory can be break down into modules. In my upcoming tutorials, I will explain about the breakdown of modules. CSS theory support media queries, whereas CSS does not support media queries. Using this session of CSS theory, I will first explain the property and later I will explain the usage in real life project. Today I am going to explain the types of CSS and how can a developer bind it to HTML. CSS are basically 4 types. I am trying to explain all types of CSS gradually. The 4 types of CSS are external CSS, inline CSS, imported CSS, and embedded CSS. Let us try to explain the type of CSS using an example. At first, I am opening the HTML folder, clicking on the URL or the location, just selecting this location. I am writing CMD here, pressing enter. You can see the command line has been opened. Here I am writing code dot. Code dot is basically used to open Visual Studio Code Editor. If Visual Studio Code Editor software is available in your desktop or laptop, then if you press code space dot, then it will open Visual Studio Code Editor. I am pressing enter here. You can see the entire Explorer. Now I am clicking on demo1.html is my HTML base file. Here I am creating an style.css. At first I am using exclamation sign, pressing enter. You can see a basic template of HTML has opened. Here I am writing H1. My name is Ranjan Mujumdar. Is senior software engineer. I am saving it. Opening the file, you can see the output in web page. The entire content is in H1 element. If I want to change the style of this content, then we have to use CSS. At first, I am using inline CSS. In case of inline CSS, you have to write the CSS code within the element. Here I am using global attribute style. I am using font size property of CSS. Saving it and refresh the web page. You can see, okay, I am just increasing it to 48px. Saving it and refresh the web page. You can see the font size has been increased. Now I am setting the color of the content, color :red. Save it and refresh it. You can see the color has been changed. So to write the inline property, inline CSS, a developer should use style global attribute, and within style global attribute, developer should write the property. In case of property, the first portion is the property and the second portion is the value of that property. Colon should be used between the property and the value. So I have explained inline CSS here. The next type of CSS is external CSS. In case of external CSS, a developer should use ID or class for an element. I am pressing end. Here I am using H2 Rajesh Prosenjit. I am saving it and refresh the web page. You can see the default output of using H2. Now I want to change the color and size of the content. Here I am writing ID. Friends, if you are a new developer and going to make your career in front-end development, then you should know that in case of ID, a developer should use hash symbol, or in case of class, if I use class here, then developer should use dot. Here I am using ID. That is the reason I have to use hash symbol before the identifier. Here the identifier is friends. I am using the property font size. I am writing 48px and color in. If I save it and refresh the web page, you will not show any impact here. Why? Because I have written perfectly here in style.css, but I have not imported this style.css file in my base HTML file. So how can I import it? To import a CSS file, a developer should use link tag. Here I am using link. Rel is an attribute. href, the value of href holds the URL or the location of this CSS file. Here you can see the location of style.css in the same repository where demo1.html file exists. I am simply using style.css here. If I save it and refresh the web page, now you can see the impact. Here I explained two types of CSS. First, inline, and second, external CSS. The next type of CSS is embedded CSS. Here I am using a header element. I am writing the content. I like coding. I am saving it. I am using an attribute class. I am setting the value as coding. A developer has to keep that in mind that in case of embedded CSS, developer must write style within head tag. Here I am using style element, and coding is now a class. So coding must be start with dot symbol. I am using font size property 48px, color maroon, saving it and refresh the web page. You can see the effect. The effect of H3 element has changed now. The next type of CSS is imported CSS. Before explanation of imported CSS, I am just commenting this code using control/. I am saving it and refresh the web page. Now you can see the default effect of H3 here. Now creating another style sheet, style1.css. Here I am copying this portion, this coding portion, saving it, pasting it and saving the file. You can see this code of this coding portion is not applicable here. That is the reason you can see the default output of H3. Now, a developer has to keep in mind to use imported CSS, import keyword should be used. Here you can see this is the base style sheet named style.css, and this style sheet named style1.css is going to be imported. Here I am using @import. File name is style1.css. I am using semicolon. At last, I am saving it. Before refreshing the content, you can see the output is showing the default output of H3. Now I am refreshing it. Sorry, it is not working now. Why? I think I did a mistake here. Okay, sorry. In case of demo1.html, in my main HTML page, I have commented it. Now I am going to uncomment it. I am saving it. Now I am refresh the web page. You can see the same effect here. So these are the types of CSS. There are 4 types of CSS: external CSS, inline CSS, imported CSS, and embedded CSS. So this is the end of this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please press the like button. If you have any query regarding the type of CSS, please comment me. If you have not subscribed my channel till now, please subscribe my channel and send the video to your colleagues and friends. Thank you.